Hello and welcome to my final episode of my Hyrox Madrid competition series. I've just seen my coffees are in shot here. I've got two, given myself two, treated myself. The benefits of solo travelling. They're tiny mugs to be fair, I'm not a fan of a tiny mug like that. If I'd have put this whole sachet in, would have got my ratios wrong. So yeah, anyway, insight they didn't ask for. For this episode, I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling for tomorrow's competition. I'm also going to talk to you about what I am going to be up to for the next few days as I'm here. So the competition's obviously tomorrow. Actually, that reminds me, I need to double check my start time. But yeah, the competition's tomorrow. In terms of how I'm feeling, it's a little bit of a different competition than what I've done before, with it being abroad. I don't know what to expect in terms of communication and language, so I don't know if there's going to be a language barrier. Obviously with Hyrox, like, everything's standardised, so the actual stations and the exercises are the same, whatever Hyrox you do. So as long as you know what the exercises are in the order that they are, you can't really go wrong. Well, you can if you get the movement standards wrong, but that's something I'm going to do tonight. Is I'm going to look through literally everything, know exactly how many laps I need to do for the sled push, sled pull, etc., etc., and know what the distance is for the various things that I need to, just to check that it's in my head so that I don't doubt in the competition. Because obviously, if I was in England, I'd be able to be like, "Oh, it's 75 wall balls here, isn't it?" But obviously, being in Madrid, I don't know if they're going to speak English, so I don't really want to open that conversation up. So it sounds weird, but my actual aim for the competition is to not have to talk to anyone during the actual race itself, because I just think that whatever somebody says to me, if it's in Spanish, then I'm just going to be like, I'll have to stop and be like, sorry, I'm English, then that's going to cost me time, and I can't be asked with that. So yeah, that's one of the things that I'm going to do tonight. But to be more chronological about it, so obviously I'm in, you can hear the housekeeper clinging plates around. I hope that doesn't ruin my my footage. But yeah, so I'm obviously here now. So this morning my flight left Manchester late, like 8:30. Landed at just about 12 o'clock. Just got to my hotel about half an hour ago, charging my phone up while I do this. And then I've got a stadium tour, cute, booked for 3:30, which is the Atletico Madrid stadium tour. So I'm going to make my way towards there soon. That's about 4k to get there. So what I'm going to do is a 2k run and then 2k walk. So as part of my taper plan, I've got a 2k run to do today anyway. So I'd rather use that as a way of commuting to the stadium, but also seeing the area. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll go to the Atletico Madrid stadium, do the stadium tour, and then I will watch the England game tonight, find a bar to watch in, and then yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing some sightseeing in the morning, and then my wave time starts at 4:30, so I'm not competing until later in the day, so I'll do a load of touristy stuff in the day and then do the competition in the evening. For Birmingham, I did it differently. So for Birmingham, I didn't do much walking at all in the day. I wanted to save myself for the event, and I was quite strict on that. But I think it'd be a waste to travel all the way out to Madrid and just sit in the like competition arena all day, because yeah. But also part of me is like, if the race goes really badly and I'm like not happy with how the race goes, then it's not a wasted journey. So that's the plan for today and tomorrow. In terms of how I'm feeling for it, so I touched on it earlier, so in terms of the language barrier, that's something that I'm concerned about, but I'm trying hard not to overthink that, because I think it'd be easy to be running the race and think, oh no, what if they say something while I'm about to enter the sled push and it puts me off. Like, I can't think like that, because if I think like that, then I might interrupt my thought process of how many laps I've done on the run, and then it could mess me up in terms of getting a penalty for not completing enough laps. So yeah, I feel excited to do it. I'm looking forward to it. I've got a good block of training behind me, so if you've not had a look at my previous episodes, I include some of my training in them, so if you're interested, then have a look at that. I've done a lot of work on trying to improve various aspects of it after analysing how Birmingham went. I'm really hoping that my running improves on tomorrow's one, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to doing this one, because I've actually dedicated a proper chunk of time to it, and whereas the Birmingham one, as I've touched on before in previous episodes, it was just about completing it, because it was the first one back after an injury. touching on that point, in terms of my injury itself, so obviously like I tore my ACL, sprained my MCL and tore my meniscus in March, and then I had surgery on the meniscus in May. The ACL was found to be a partial tear in the end, not a full tear, not a full rupture, so didn't require surgery. So that's a big thing for as to why I decided to do this event in the first place, because there was a point during my injury where I couldn't do anything and I couldn't do these competitions, and now I can. I'm like, yeah, let's do more, you know, let's see what I'm capable of, and let's push myself now that my knee's fully rehabbed. So that's nice. I made some notes on my phone actually about things that I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to double check these now, just to check that I've gone through everything. Yes, stretching as well tonight. So I've got my massage gun with me. It did get taken at. It did set the alarms off. I'm just giving you pointless information, but it set the alarms off in this airport. Yeah, I got put off there because my video started buffering. So in terms of meal out for tonight, so I'm going to have a look online at restaurants to go to. I want to choose somewhere where it does food similar to what I might usually eat, or something that I've eaten before. So I know that like greasy food doesn't agree with my stomach, and things like chilies and stuff like that, with like beef mince, can sometimes feel a bit stodgy in my stomach as well. So I'm going to be quite selective in terms of what restaurant I choose. For tonight, I'm going to make sure that I keep hydrated, particularly because of my flight earlier. And I'm going to make sure that I have a look around the area at supermarkets and get some food in for tomorrow morning, and some snacks to snack on throughout the day, because obviously I'm going to be out tomorrow looking at landmarks and stuff. So I don't want to find that I've ended up getting to like 4:30 and I've not managed to eat. So I need to be mindful of that. Mindset prep. So I've got a load of stuff that I've noted down for that. So I want to write some. I'm going to do a video to myself that I don't think I'm going to post, but just a video to myself that's going to help with my mindset stuff, just talking about some of the struggles that I've been through and then why I'm doing it, and then things like that I think are going to help push me on. Sort of like positive self-talk as well, kind of like bigging yourself up, I guess, but in a not confined, but in private, so no one's like, what the hell are you doing? Because I just feel like such an idiot just doing that in front of anyone. But yeah, I'm going to get some footage tomorrow of the venue, get some footage of I'm hoping to watch the Elite Wave later on in the day, even though it's like 9 something in the evening. Just could be cool to see all the elite people running. But I think that's about it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to see how I do, to be fair. After Birmingham, I'm looking forward to seeing how I do. And then I've got Manchester in January. So the end of January, I've got Manchester. I just reminded myself of something I was going to say. But yeah, I've got Manchester in January. So this will be a good indicator as to how I am training, what my weaknesses are, to then improve for January. I feel really jittery. I think that these 2 coffees might have gone to my head a little bit. Or maybe I'm just excited. I think I'm just excited. What I was going to say is I've been putting Vaseline on my calluses because they're getting quite dry now, and I really can't be doing with them splitting tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I was going to say. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I will need to get to my stadium tour. But yeah, hope you found this interesting. I'm going to do another video about advice for people competing in Hyrox abroad, because that was something that I was looking for myself and couldn't find, so I'm going to create some content on that, as well as getting some content tomorrow at the actual venue. So follow me on Instagram if you don't do so already. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content, and yeah, goodbye.